the Santa Monica Mountains where firefighters and fire crews camp out.
Crazy footage. Even with these
constantly up in those areas.
drops, look at that fire, it just eats through the water. Tragic footage. So much going on.
There's a lot.
So much going on in the market, whether it's tampons, wildfires, you name it. So let's take a look here. All right, this is the last trend line here that I added, which is kind of funny. A lot of people are talking about this head and shoulders formation. If that is it, I would say it's more consolidation. And the funny part is I said the first 6 months of the Trump market is gonna be range bound, and I mean that's what we've gotten ever since election night. So for Monday, I'm gonna take it kind of day by day. Obviously, this market seems to consolidate, squeeze, and sell. So it's not the easiest market to trade, but it is very rewarding if you can maintain getting it right. Which means you need a lot of discipline. You don't want to be sitting in a bunch of chop. You kind of want to, like I've been doing, which has paid off really well, is you want to play the long term simultaneously playing the short term. So you got this little bit of gap here left. We've worked ourselves, we've bounced a few times, we undercut it a little bit more here on Friday. So everybody and their grandma is waiting here at the orange line. Everybody is sitting there. So if I'm the market maker, what do I do? Because I don't want to, it's rare. It does happen where the most obvious thing happens because they psychologically, people are sitting here thinking that's not gonna happen. So you gotta account for that. Or you gap up and hold and get going slowly on Monday, and you just keep riding this into inauguration, right? Or they're waiting right here, where you not only fill the gap, there's no bounce. You see that volume coming in and you go down. So we can plan for these 3 different scenarios, and then it all comes down to reacting and executing. So Trump inauguration, this guy right here, for me personally, is the biggest question mark. Okay, why? Here's election night. Contracts go 30,000%. The chart tells you after that, all it's done is chop up that IV. Therefore, it's getting ready for a move. A big week for Mr. JPM. They have a conference starting Monday. Okay. What else? They have earnings. Okay. They have earnings before CPI. Okay. Then you got positioning into inauguration. Clearly, JPM fucking loved Trump getting elected. JPM should also like Thursday, where Scott Bessent should get confirmed. Big week for JPM. You got top candles up there. You got the daily Bollinger only at 246. Does that matter? Fucking no, it doesn't. Okay. Lower Bollinger up here, right? So how do you play this? Well, Dom, I was gonna go over this trade with him a little bit, but kids busy, this and that. He was nice enough though to post or send me his ghosts, okay? And he has these same ones down here, which are kind of wicks, right? I don't have a ghost. So could it be that this fills its whole gap this week? Sure. Looks like it wants to come down really bad. So I am going to play this, and most likely play it upside. When is impossible for me to see. I might even go into it head on and get some longer stuff on it. Would I want it here? Is it tempting to play it down to here? Sure. Can it move like that? Yeah. But if we look back here, last earnings, that was the estimate. Beat, top and bottom. Should be able to pull that off. Definitely has, as of late, had positive earnings. And if you look here at these figures, 42, 41 is the estimate, 41.9. It seems to beat, but as you can see here, that doesn't mean shit, right? So can you get a move down here? Yeah, you can get a move down here, all right? You can. You get a hot CPI and you get questionable earnings, you're gonna be down here. So even though I might be playing upside, I think first thing on Monday is to just secure the downside by buying gap fill puts 2 weeks out. So that's that trade. Okay, fantastic, great. The VIX. We are over this line, and I usually don't like playing any calls in this chop zone. This is where I load. That's why this has been marked for a long ass time, right? But I think we're close here to capitulation, unless the plan is to go all the way down here and the fucking bottom just falls out. It doesn't really feel that way. That would kind of make the whole 10-year yield situation, which is red hot like a baboon's ass, just if this squeezes here, it's just gonna break everything. Can of course obviously be the plan in a disguise of, hey, Trump got in tariffs, it's all gonna be shit, here you go, and they just decide to destroy everything right now. However, Bitcoin and especially XRP having a pretty decent Saturday right now. I don't know, it would be easier for them also just to push this down here soon. Okay, plus this is still giving me targets here. So we got these interesting ghosts here, since Flow Trade is still on fucking vacation. So anyway, Monday, looking for a gap. If we gap down and hold it, I think we go significantly lower, and then we might get a bounce at that 576 area. But I think the plan is to undercut this even more and go down to here. So let's move over to SPY. What does that look like? Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. So you got a sliver left of the Trump gap down to here. We're in the gap. We're at the bottom of the Bollinger. All this good shit. Daily Stow says can come down. And the fact that the Daily Stow is here in the 30s, it makes me wonder if here, this alert that I've said a long time ago, 570.74, or I don't think this will even be the spot. I think this FOMC line right here, 563, is where you want to go heavy long. But I think that's an extreme. You got the 150 here, and Todd speaks about it. You got this mother of all trend line coming in here. So I would almost say if you can this week get 571, 570.46, allocate some money to go long, and I'm talking like a few months out. As close to in the money as you can. Again, why? Why are we utilizing this tactic this year that worked, for instance, fantastic on Nvidia? look at the fucking chart. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying, this is not September, October, smooth fucking, let's just, buy every 5-minute dip and go up. This is violent rodeo. This is corrupt bullshit. This is Los Angeles right here. Where's cloud seeding when you fucking need it? You know what I mean? Like, how on earth is this governor and mayor still in office? How have people not literally dragged them the fuck out of the office? See what I'm saying? The spell is hard to crack out of. Meta. You saw here, I had fucking $3. They were 3 cents. I think I had some here. Stopped out at 4. Caught it again. Absolutely ripped faces. Ripped faces again. This is violent trading. It presents itself. You don't want to be bagged on too many positions or not have much of cash, because then you won't catch these moves. Now, I don't think this meta move is over at all. That's why I swung some. If we can get a nice snapper here on Monday open, if we don't gap down across the board, then I will probably sell and then wait for a dip and roll out. Clearly, Brodog is trying to make a move here. The reason I want this to hold here is there's a very clear, same as SPY, you got that, right? You got this violent consolidation area, okay? So this is the midline here. If we can push here, it'll show that the market wants to go higher, in my opinion, right? Nvidia. Now we know for 2024, if Jensen is slated to open his pie hole, get the fuck out, okay, and wait. I did accumulate some new swings on Friday. However, you see these 3 levels here coming in on mother of all trend lines again. That's where we bought last time. Paid really well. It's gonna come back, test that and the 89. I'll probably load all the way to earnings to catch IB run up. I think that's what these last few days have been, is to crush the IB out here. Okay, Home Depot. Wow. Okay, what a beautiful consolidation day after a gap up. Obviously, Home Depot is not only going to benefit from Trump, all this disaster stuff. Now, it's going to be different, obviously, in North Carolina or Maui or Florida or Tennessee. The states got a loan. California is carte blanche, as much money as you want for 6 months. Okay, why? I'm sure you're smart enough to know why. Okay, so very, very bullish setup on the hourly here. Very bullish setup on the daily as well. The only thing I don't like is that it's used up a little bit of stove from holding here, but the Dow Jones should like Trump and we should go places here, okay? And I, for one, can't imagine that these these lower predicted earnings compared to last time is going to miss. Not after everybody and their mother, unfortunately, needing more plywood. Okay, soon. Okay. I don't know why I have SMCI up here, but let's not even look at that. This continues to be a big question mark in the market. Like, what the fondue is this? But anyway, I'm just looking at it, not gonna play it. But after consolidating for that long, we're either going to absolutely die in the market or it should go higher. Then all of Twitter got in because they unfortunately took the same strike. I got out. That's what happens when too many people chase a trade, waiting for it to come down to there. Okay. Oracle. Now let me explain this trade. If TikTok is banned on the 19th, Meta goes apeshit. and we probably see 660. If TikTok is not banned or Trump revises it afterwards, then Oracle, that has already filled its Trump gap and some, goes apeshit. And Oracle has a gap right here from earnings. Okay? Earnings gap. So I might try that. Looks like we're overall on Monday, Tuesday gonna come down. Okay? So if we do gap up a little bit, make sure to only hold if we hold, otherwise get the fuck out of Dodge, buy lower or short it, you know. But anyway, Oracle has this earnings gap it's gonna try to defend. I'm just letting you know, if TikTok is banned, this fills the gap. If TikTok is not banned, Oracle goes crazy. And Larry Ellison was just called a very nice guy by Mr. Trump, so he's also a fellow island resident. He just has his own fucking island. Delta Airlines, yeah, they pulled that move. DJT, very interesting. Let's go back and look. If you remember, and I'm just refreshing everybody's mind. The mind. Not the biggest. Where were we? November. It did move on election. Not the biggest mover. Do you remember who was the biggest mover? Yes, obviously JPM, but nobody's talking about that. This guy was the fucking mover. And you know, this is getting ready here. Look at that daily stow. We played it on Friday for 100 and whatever %. Getting ready to see here if I have a really hard time thinking that this is going to hold up here on earnings. But we could play back to these levels before then. Something to keep in mind. This did get going. This has put in a double bottom here, as I showed. Then it came back because market was like, nah, but closed higher. Okay, closed higher. A lot of shit did not like this, but Microsoft's relative strength here finally, and after hours a little bit. So I'm gonna be loading this one again, sticking to my plan, buying further out on Nvidia, messing around with the Zuck, buying further out on Home Depot and Microsoft. Okay, with financials and just having filled the gap here, unlike JPM who's still hanging out up here, this absolute dog shit crown jewel of shitty stocks could be interesting. Yes, did I say you should fucking short it at 88? Did I? No. I like green candles. This could get going soon, and that looks to be a hammer candle off that gap. So putting this back in the roster, okay, might be you know, an extra on the bench, but still on the bench, you know. Coach, throw me in, maybe. This was just absolutely fucking nuts catching this move on Friday. Tried it again, didn't happen again. Once these get, I want to ride this train once more. It was so fun. Just, good stuff. Flow Trade, he's still coding. This guy is just, yeah, I hope he gets his shit working because I really like that. Anyways, let's, no, come on, man, come on, let's not do that. Let's dive into some other stuff. I did mention a lot of catalysts already for next week. This thing is what worries me, right? Is you kind of need a fast Monday, Tuesday down to bring this to completely oversold. I don't like this. I really don't. I don't like that it comes up here, rejects this every time it needs to go lower or we start chopping. So keep that in mind. This is not just gonna be a easy week. We gotta really pick our spots. And as you can hear, my offspring are enjoying life loudly in the background. Sorry about that. So Monday, we have JPM's conference. We have consumer inflation expectations. Consumer is expecting more inflation, and with the absolute tragedy in Los Angeles, yeah, we'll see if this comes in cool. We go. I don't think this is gonna be very, very huge. You also have Japanese data. Now with the Japanese data, you never know when the Bank of Japan are gonna send out their speakers. You also have ECB speakers, okay? Tuesday, pre-market PPI, okay? PPI, producer price inflation, okay? So obviously you want that one to come in cool if you're looking for upside. All right. Then on Tuesday you also have Schmidt. I don't know if he's hawkish or not, or dovish. You got Redbook. Nobody seems to care about that anymore. Fed Williams has been kind of in the middle. It's Goolsby that's the pumper, and Bowman is the bear. Then you start getting inflation numbers in Europe, okay? And then Wednesday, you have a CP Mother Truckin' I, okay? What do we got here? Month over month, same but consensus cooler, okay. This is really the one you want to look out for, in my opinion. They're expecting a hotter inflation. So again, and then you have a Barkin, a Kashkari. See, when I said this is not going to be an easy week? Williams, Goolsby, my man, and the Beige Book. So Wednesday, not only do you have all this, you also have bank earnings on a Wednesday. I'll show that at the end. And the hot topic, employment data, jobs, again on Thursday, retail sales, which I think are going to be good off of the holiday shopping. Also revised or forecasted down, so this could be a nice surprise right there. We got to remember that. And obviously, if CPI moves us higher, I think this could be a nice continuation. If CPI is hot, I would not be surprised if we undercut that 570 level I was talking about. Then you get Chinese data. All right, okay. Friday, you get European inflation. You get some building permits. Those guys are gonna be on the rise very soon for obvious reasons. Okay. And then, unfortunately, I wish the inauguration was not during market hours, because then you can play a gap up, right? But it is on Monday. We'll be watching it live. We'll be trading it. It's gonna change a lot of stock, but then we're into it next week, so we'll deal with that after we get through this week. I would size down, as you saw on Meta. You catch one of those with a decent size, you're gonna be making money. Okay, I think there's gonna be a lot of chop. There's gonna be a lot of wild moves. Now, I did go in and look at some orders after hours. Most of the big orders are huge. SPX orders, as you can see the numbers here, but I mean, look, if you thought the market was gonna crash, would you be putting in $335 million on 5,000 calls? No, you're probably looking to make 50 to 100 mil on those on IV alone. So again, you know, just saying. Short term though, here's an interesting Amazon trade. I don't like to trade Amazon. TLT calls coming in, not many huge orders on the regular tape after hours. Plenty of bearish prints though from Friday. I do want to point that out. You have a plethora here, so they are actively pushing this market down. And what happens is, at some point, it's gonna then stop selling, and the shorts are gonna cover, and you're gonna get a violent move to the upside. I hope we can catch it with some size, and that it's not just some data move. That would be pretty lame, but we'll see. We gotta be. It could happen from open on Monday till next week's Monday, at any point in time. So we gotta be on our A game this week, no doubt about that. We still don't have, you know, any huge green DEX reading showing a market crash, because we've come down pretty methodically. We have a bigger red print here, which means usually, here's a good example, that a few days after the price moves up, we haven't gotten that reaction yet. So I would be inclined to look for that. Here's the closing GEX from Friday. Shows a possible dip into this area and then ripping up, but we're not there yet. No, I can't open that, and I'm filming a video, dude. Alright guys, I think that's good. I'll see you. I'll see you all on Monday. God bless.
Liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. Mission until resupply and research the International Space Station. Mission now controlling Atlantis begins its penultimate journey ashore on the International Space Station. Atlantis now in the cargo line with 6.5 pounds of hardware and fuels taking aim on the international outpost. Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude, almost 6 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center already, traveling 500 miles an hour.